Hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope your day is going well. And today I wanted to actually introduce myself because we may have been in touch for a while and you may have seen some of my videos, but you may not necessarily know me per se. And so my name is Lenka Gavender and I am a plant-based nutritionist. And I also happen to be mom of two amazing boys, really strong-headed boys, and a wife, and also obviously I also have actually a full-time 9 to 5 job, and so being a nutritionist is really a passion, a big passion of mine, and it is really soul calling, something what I call a food for soul. And so I just want to share with you a little bit of my story. How is it that I arrived here? And so I believe that my story started when I was about 8, 9 years old, and when I was on a swing in my grandparents' yard, and I noticed that my thighs are big. Yes, I know it sounds crazy saying it out loud, but yeah, I believe that's when it started my story because I became very much aware of my body and of my body image and whether I liked myself or not, and basically started to focus on appearance. And I know it's absolutely normal, right? We all become aware at around that age, really, of our bodies, and we want to look nice, especially as girls. However, that was kind of the first moment which I remember, and from that moment on, then obviously fast forward into teenage years, where it becomes even more important, our body image. But at around when I was about 18, I fell into this disordered type of eating, and it was at that point when I was competitively dancing. I was doing ballroom dancing for at that stage for about 5, 6 years, and of course, as you can imagine, right, dancing world is all about body image. It's all about being the best you can be, not only in terms of achieving within dancing competitions and so on, but also, right, to have a beautiful silhouette and fit into new dresses and all that. And so that obviously fed into my unhealthy relationship with food. And overall, I competitively danced for 10 years, and there were ups and downs, and I even remember there were moments like when I kind of went to different big cities around Czech Republic where I'm from, and there were basically moments when, let's say, I would be wandering through night Prague, and I would be going from shop to shop and buying actually crappy food, and it would be sweets, it would be bars, and it would be cakes in every single shop I would go to. I would actually even get as far as spending my entire monthly money my parents would give me after I paid for my rent. Then I kept on it like bare minimum for bread and, let's say, something to put on bread, right, for the rest of the month. And the rest of the money I just spent within 1 day or 2 days on eating absolute rubbish. And so that's not something I'm very proud of, but it was part of my journey. And what also was obviously, and loads of lessons I have learned through that. And so through these years, I studied general nursing. I studied also geography, biology, and protection of environment. And actually from that, I moved on to general nursing. And then I studied and I got a bachelor degree in sports management and training. Obviously, that was kind of, culmination of my ballroom dancing activities. But where I want to stop for a second is really the general nursing, because it's almost like it was a mirror to me on my journey, because I worked in a hospital, I worked in different type of departments, and the one struck me really deeply, and that was neurological department, because there, of course, I took care of patients who were severely ill, right? It was anywhere from back pain all the way through epilepsy and Alzheimer and brain tumors, and that really, as I said, kind of like posed a mirror to me, because I realized, okay, how did these people get here? How did they get here, and how can I help them? And it's actually really, it was like the questions when my patient, held my hand and they said, please help me. Why is it that I'm suffering? Help me, like do something for me. And of course, back then I didn't have anything else than the medicines, right, to give them. But somehow deep down, which of course are incredibly important, but deep down I knew there was more. There was more to do with their conditions, right, than their genes, for example. That it was also lifestyle. And so there it was where I was taking care of my patients during the day, and then at night I was stuffing my mouth with chocolates, right, from which were the gifts from patients. And so it was like I got like this full circle, and then I was competing on dance floor. So it was kind of like I was pulled into so many different directions. But it was at around that time when I said, okay, I am getting out of this disordered type of eating cycle, and I'm not doing it anymore, and I'm just gonna figure out how to get out of it and how to hopefully inspire people and help people on their own health journeys. And so, yeah, obviously it took me many more years, right? Because after that, I worked in hospitals. I left Czech Republic and I came to Ireland. And it was here another couple of years, right? Until I actually studied nutrition, and I studied nutritional therapy for full 3 years here in Dublin. And that's where I actually started to finally get all the pieces together, and where I realized that it wasn't my weakness, it wasn't my willpower which was pulling me into cravings and into binge eatings and just cramming food in, but it was my biology, right? It was our basic instinct we are all born with. And it just happened that I appeared into certain type of circumstances and situations which triggered those instincts a little bit more, and I just gave into them. And so understanding the biology of it, and um, understanding also the nutrition per se, it kind of was a huge relief for me, because it removed the guilt and the shame, and it gave me also tools how to get out of it and how to become sane when it comes to food. And so, yeah, and also during my studies I came across this amazing concept of nourishing our bodies through whole food plant-based diets, through fruits and vegetables and legumes and whole grains and nuts and seeds. And I was absolutely blown away by that. And so I went on and I studied more. I studied at eCornell, actually plant-based nutrition per se, so I would understand, first of all, again, the mechanics, how it works, because I just love going into depths of things. So I would understand how it works, but also how to apply it, because this is one thing which I realized throughout my journey, and that was that information is out there. Okay, we can learn, we can hear things on YouTube, we can watch documentaries, right? We can read about studies, we can read books. But it's one thing. But the other thing, which is actually equally important, if not more so, is how do we apply it? How do we embody it? How do we practice what we learn so we really feel the difference? And that's where I decided that that's what I wanted to do. So I didn't want to be like just another teacher, just like another, I don't know, a lecturer, right? Telling people what to do, but how to do it. Help, basically inspire others to really put all the knowledge, which everybody has, right? Good knowledge, and people don't have issues with health and weight and basically low self-worth and self-love because they don't know. They don't have it because they don't know how to apply it, right, and embody it. And so yeah, so that's what I really do. That's what I have dedicated myself to, because I really believe that embodiment is very, very important. And so yeah, and so basically I started practicing and seeing clients individually, and that's really what I love. I love witnessing that journey of everybody, which is unique in every aspect, is actually unique. Yes, there are some fundamentals kind of which are very similar, and basics which all of us have to kind of master, but then there is that individual approach, and that's what I love. Yeah. And so yes, so that's what I wanted to share with you. And that's really a passion of mine. And so if you have stayed with me all the way until now, please let me know, where are you on your own journey? Is there anything what you have been finding particularly challenging, or what you would like to resolve and master and just feel free? Because you see, that's another kind of layer to all this, that really my ultimate goal is freedom. And I have spoken about it in other videos, but really freedom, like the true freedom, when you embody a healthy lifestyle which gives you wings, which doesn't create restrictions. Because again, and I have experienced it throughout my journey, especially in those early stages of the recovery from the disordered eating, when it was important for me to follow rules and be very structured and regimented to heal the brain chemistry, to create new habits. And on some level, it's important for each one of us because it is a stage. But it's important also to evolve past that stage, in my opinion, because that's what gives us freedom. Because these structures and rules can become also our jail, right? And so yeah, so that's also part of my mission, to bring this freedom and ease and flow, and show and inspire hopefully others, to do it also in an easy, kind of flowy and comforting and magical way, because that's what I believe, that life should be magic. And so yeah, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. So have a beautiful day, and please let me know in the comments or drop me an email at info@planthappygirl.com. What is it you have been facing right now? Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.